Hi, I'm Robin Bensley. Welcome to Chow Time. I'm not even going to cook today. I have been invited over to the home of a friend of mine named Bill Rep, and he says he's going to make me a 2-course meal that I've never had before. So I'm very curious. Hi, Bill.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
God, you have a great kitchen to cook in.
Thank you. First things first, though, you cannot cook without wine, as you well know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're off to a good start. Okay, Bill, I am dying to know what this 2-course meal you're going to make is. Have I ever had it before?
You have definitely had each course. There's no doubt about it. But as a meal together, I highly doubt it. It's kind of a family, personal history type thing.
So the first course is pan-fried garlic bread.
Correct.
With herbs.
With herbs.
Okay.
And a lot of garlic.
Okay. Do you have a history with this?
I actually do. I was a latchkey kid, so I learned to cook, right or wrong, at a very early age, and I don't know all the roles, so I wanted garlic bread one day. I didn't want to turn the oven on. I said, why not make it in a pan? And it worked.
So what can I do to help?
Chopping is not my forte.
Well, I'm going to bash them so I can take the skins off.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Perfect. There's nothing like fresh garlic.
Oh my gosh.
You do that way better than I can.
And then we have to slice up the bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you cut off the end piece.
In my family, we fought over the end piece.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We give it to the birds.
Okay.
And this is the fresh oregano from your garden.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh. Okay, and then I'm just going to crush it right in my hand like that.
To me, part of the secret, not that it's a secret, is to not have the burner on too high.
Oh.
You want to use a high quality olive oil. I pretty much add the garlic right away. I don't let the oil get hot because I don't really want the garlic to sizzle too much. I want it to cook slowly because, as you know, garlic can get a little bitter if it cooks pretty quickly.
Okay, it's starting to move a little bit in the pan.
A little bit. Even though we have it on very low, it's going to do that a little bit. So we add some of the herbs, without a doubt. Kind of spread them out. And then, something that you actually taught me was to put a little bit of salt in there. We have some fresh ground salt.
Salt and bread.
And pepper. And we'll let that infuse just for another minute or two. Initially, I flip it over pretty much right away so it gets a little more garlic. I try to push the bread down on all the good stuff.
And you're saying this goes with chocolate malteds.
It's a marriage made in heaven. Tell me that doesn't look good. Now for the chocolate malted.
Can I just ask you why you call them chocolate malteds as opposed to chocolate malts?
Because my dad called them that. We put a lot of ice cream in there.
Vanilla ice cream.
It has to be vanilla.
Okay.
Cannot be chocolate ice cream. It cannot be chocolate malted. You make a chocolate malted out of vanilla ice cream and regular malt and chocolate syrup.
So you're like the chocolate malted Nazi, right?
Probably. It's like when you grow up and you have it one way, that's probably the only way you can ever have it. I put a lot of malt in.
I love malt.
Okay? It's an interesting thing. I would say that's probably close to a half a cup.
Okay.
Hershey's syrup, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. How much? Whatever.
Whatever.
And then just milk. So you pour that in, pulse it. Okay, so you don't fill up the first glass all the way because it gets thicker as you pour. So you fill the second one up all the way, then you come back to the first one. Oops, a little down the side. And there you have 2 perfect chocolate Malteds.
You're right. I've never had this combination for a meal.
It's pretty good.
I'm going first.
I'll go with the bread. Go with.
I like the fact that it's soft.
But chewy on the outside.
Okay, now let me try a chocolate malted chaser.
And I see you're pronouncing it properly as well.
You know what? This works. I could just sit here and eat this. How often do you have this for a meal?
Not as often as I did when I was young.
But it's nostalgic. Well, cheers. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.